Welcome, everyone, to the L7C Podcast Wrestling Edition. Today, we have a very special wrestling episode for you guys. We're going to be chronicling all that's happened, especially in the past 2 weeks. We have the wrestling expert, Mr. Jacob Mason. How are you doing today, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to talk some wrestling, some road to WrestleMania. Excited to be here.
We got the captain, Mr. Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
Man, it's always exciting. These special episodes we do on wrestling, I feel like they happen every month because it's always crazy happening.
Man, we got the man fresh off of the NFL season ending, the head producer, Mr. Justin Atkindale. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. Here 2 days in a row in this goddamn room recording content.
All right, guys, let's not beat around the bush. Let's get right into it. So last time we were on, we were reviewing the Royal Rumble. Cody had won it. Bayley had won it. The road to WrestleMania was set. A lot of things have happened. So we're going to give a timeline of the first week and then this last week that just concluded. So first, on January 23rd, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson becomes a TKO board member. Stuff he got for being a board member. He gained ownership of the trademark name The Rock, full ownership. He also received $30 million in TKO stock. And Dwayne will be receiving a $491,000 royalty check from WWE starting in 2023, which has already happened, for this day forward. So he's going to be getting like a $500,000 royalty check from WWE going this way forward. So that happens on the 23rd of January. 24th of January, his daughter, Ava, makes history randomly, being placed as the youngest general manager in the promotion's history at like 22 years old. Cody wins the Royal Rumble. We all know he's going to pick Roman. And then Monday Night Raw, 1/29/2024, Seth comes out begging Cody to pick him. So at this point in time, Jacob, when you see Seth begging Cody to pick him, what are you thinking?
It felt very odd to me when Seth was begging Cody, but at the same time, I understand from a big match money perspective, Seth wants Cody. That makes sense. That part makes sense. Everything else doesn't make sense. But we also have to take into consideration CM Punk got injured at the Royal Rumble.
Yes, and at that Raw, he talked about how serious the injury was.
Yeah, and the Seth Punk thing has basically literally been happening since the moment Punk showed back up.
Justin, all your years of watching wrestling, when was the last time a champion was trying to get the Rumble winner the male champion was trying to get the Rumble winner to pick them to fight?
I ain't never seen some shit like that before.
I agree. Byron?
Didn't Rhea do it years ago?
Well, that's why I said male champion.
Oh, male champion. Yeah. I'll shut the hell
up. When it was happening live, I was very confused because, like we said, we've never seen a male champion beg the Royal Rumble winner to pick them. They're usually like, pick whoever, but if you face me, you're going to lose, type of thing. But Seth really wanted to fight Cody because of their history. He hasn't beaten Cody yet, so he wants that one match to finally prove that he can beat Cody. So from the storyline perspective, like, I get the match, and then with the CM Punk injury, all that happening, but it was just odd seeing it live. But Seth was spitting in that promo.
Yeah. And then we go to Friday, 2/4/2024. Roman comes out, main event. He's first. He basically buries the entire men's division. He's talking about Seth's title. He talked about Seth's title being the constellation bracket for everyone he's beaten. It's a second place title. It's worthless. Jacob, what were your thoughts on Roman just destroying the World Heavyweight Championship belt?
From a championship standpoint, I can understand Roman shooting a shot because I mean, hey, I have this title. It's the most relevant title. We made up that title because no one could beat me. And honestly, I'm going to go back to something Michael Cole said. Michael Cole spit straight facts here when he said, if you don't like Roman, then beat Roman. And no one's beat Roman. We're talking from a kayfabe standpoint, of course.
What about, so then from a real standpoint?
Oh, from a real standpoint? Oh, this motherfucker. I mean, I didn't care for it, but I understood why he was saying what he was saying.
Yeah.
He does have the most relevant fucking championship, and like on the Royal Rumble preview, I said, I was like, you have to go after Roman. You can't go after Seth. You have to go for the top fucking dog prize. And Roman is that prize.
Byron, what were your thoughts?
I looked at it from a real perspective first. Like, bro, you work for the same company. Like, everyone's fighting for a championship. I get you've been the longest, well, not the longest reigning, but close to being one of the longest reigning WWE champions. Like, you've beaten everybody, so I get you want to talk your shit, but like, from a real perspective, like, why you just don't do that?
Especially when you talk about what happens next.
Right.
Before we get to that, Justin, what were your thoughts on just Roman going crazy on Seth and on that title?
Oh, my nigga was spitting. What you mean? that nigga was spitting. That was beautiful heel work by Roman Reigns. I ain't have a problem with that at all.
I think everyone didn't have a problem with that until this part happened. Cody came out, was talking, but then he's like, oh, I'm going to get my shot with you, but it's not at this WrestleMania. And I've had this council, blah, blah, blah. And one of the people on the council knows you very well. Rock's music comes out. He shakes Rock's hand, but then you see, if you pay attention to the video, Cody's whole facial expression changes. He leaves. Rock and Roman have a stare down. And that was the end of the night. And Jacob, the gates of hell opened that night. As soon as it became 10:04, hell opened.
Oh, dude, it fucking Captain America Civil fucking War over here. Yeah. The wrestling world got very, very angry, very fucking quickly. Rightfully so.
Because we also was all the writing on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that day I was sick, and I totally forgot it was even Friday. And you guys sent it out in the text group, and I was like, what the fuck? This can't be real. This has got to be a swerve. This can't be fucking real. And I'm like, oh God, this is fucking real. That shit, it just fucking sucked. Let's just call it is what it is. It sucked. So no one was happy.
So at that point, Friday at 10:05 p.m., everyone's like, oh, it's going to be Roman and Rock, and then Cody versus Seth. So Justin, going back to what you said about how he was spitting, now after that, how did you feel now that the biggest baby face since John Cena, now you have him fighting for a title that's worthless? What does that say about your company now? See, it ain't different once you add the real life. It's different when you add the real life stuff to it.
Yeah, but like I said, I do not care about that. That was a promo, a wrestling work promo. So that I ain't worried about none of that. But during the SmackDown, I was editing, listening to Roman Reigns spit that heat, and then I saw the babyface savior Cody Rhodes come out, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. And I turned away, chopping shit up for 2 minutes, and Cody was gone. The Rock was there. I was like, what the hell happened? Why is this nigga here? And then I saw on like Twitter like what really happened. Shit. I was like, man, I don't know about this. This is a little stupid if you ask me. Like, this don't make no damn sense.
Byron, you've been the voice always of the full-time talent getting screwed. You've been that voice on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I know at 10:05 p.m. on that Friday, if you could punch a hole in your wall, you would.
I would, but then I would have to pay for it. Like Justin, like I wasn't paying attention to like fully to SmackDown, like, you know, 'cause usually on Fridays you'll send like an update
Mm-hmm.
through text, like if something cool is happening. But like as soon as you said, "Oh shit, Rock is on TV," I literally stopped playing. I think I was playing Tekken 8 at the time. Stopped playing and then tuned into SmackDown just to see what the hell was about to happen. And caught up on Twitter where Cody said, "You know, I'm gonna face you eventually, Roman, just not at this WrestleMania." And then The Rock has a terrible 10-minute stare down, and the graphic says Las Vegas, like the meetup or whatever was happening. Graphic below that, I was like, oh shit, it's really gonna be Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 40. And what was the point? Like, there were so many thoughts. Like, what was the point of Cody winning the Rumble? Why didn't Rock come back and just win the Rumble if you're just gonna take Cody's spot? A lot of emotions happening at 10:05. I mean, then, like you said, just Twitter, just all hell broke loose on Twitter.
And then it got worse. Then real things came out. One, I'm just going to call it Rock he went, Byron, you do the superhero podcast. You know how Rock went behind DC's back to get Henry Cavill. Rock went behind Paul, Triple H with Vex back, brought his own creative team and went to the board because he's a board member saying CM Punk's hurt. Brock Lesnar ain't going to be on WrestleMania because apparently he likes piss. It's just the truth. He's not because of that. And
Piper of WWE.
And he was saying that he needs to save WrestleMania. With that being said, that WrestleMania was already sold out without him. WrestleMania's already been sold out for 6 months.
That line still to this day does not make sense to me. That he had to come back and save WrestleMania. From what?
And brought his
Like
own
Cody,
creative.
right? Cody versus Roman was going to be a fantastic match. Part 2 of a match he should have won last year. They would have put on a great show. It probably would have been Seth versus Drew. They would put on a great show. So I don't know why you needed to save WrestleMania and bring your own creative team. Then also on top of that, there was a tweet that came out that said he wanted to win the title.
Yes.
At WrestleMania 40.
He was not just pushing, using his power to get in the main event. He was pushing, telling TKO he should win. Jacob, you've been the one. Obviously, he's made you look dumb on this because for all these years, and rightfully so, the WrestleManias you said he should have been back on. He should have been. He never came back. And he picks the absolute worst one to come back.
Yep, I was just thinking that. I mean, last year would have made sense. Hollywood, that makes sense. Fucking this year, though, like you guys said, it's already sold out. There's no saving WrestleMania. This shit it's printing money. There's no savior that needs done here. Yeah, it really fucking annoyed me from that standpoint of me being like, dude, we need to get Rock versus Roman at fucking Mania. And then we finally get it, and I'm like, absolutely fucking not. Which makes me feel like the biggest fucking hypocrite of all fucking time. And yeah, it's
Justin, how do you feel, man? Like Dwayne went behind your guy, Triple H's back, and put this shit out.
Yeah, with the knowledge of what you said earlier about him being appointed to the board and like the sway that he has, it's just a bad look to go over the creative's head, who's trying to make WrestleMania like a cohesive story, like flow matches, like they've been working on that shit for months, and then you get your ass in here and you just said, "Oh, nah, fuck all that."
Yes,
it's time for me to get up in this bitch. It's just that just ain't a good look at all.
And then Justin, to add to that, it came out what Byron said earlier about the Royal Rumble. Apparently, his crew went TKO. They had him confronting Roman a week before the Rumble. So then Triple H is sitting here like, why did we have Cody win the Rumble?
That's what I'm saying. If you were going to propose that, you should have got everyone involved and see what the fuck's going on. Because you're right, Cody wouldn't have won the Royal Rumble in that case if they did that. And if The Rock came out a week before WrestleMania, so yeah, that's just him, thinking that he can do whatever the fuck he want.
So WWE
Before
thought.
you
Go ahead,
move
Byron.
on, Martin, I want to bring up this one point. What also pissed me off that night that it happened was that Bailey finally turned on
Yes,
damage
great
control.
segment.
Great segment. Say, I've learned Japanese. I know you guys been talking shit about my back. I choose you at WrestleMania. That whole segment was overshadowed by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson coming back in.
It was actually, yes, and that segment was really good, like you said, Byron. Like Bailey's like, I've known Japanese this whole time, so I've known the shit y'all been talking about me. Like, and their match is going to be really good, but you keep going that Friday night, and more shit comes out, and the more people start seeing it, the more angry people get. And WWE thought it was going to be a banger. They thought that video was going to get so many likes on YouTube. No. That video is the most disliked WWE video of all time. It was so bad, they took it down, cut out the part where Cody was sad, re-uploaded it again, and it was still the most disliked video of all time. It got to 600,000 dislikes in 2 days.
See, they should have just left that shit on there. just roll with it. Like,
Justin,
you gotta fix that. Like, it's fine. You could have just left that shit on there. Like, that's just some whole shit. Like, just leave the video on there if you want, And then after you course correct after the press conference, then take the shit down. But nah, you have to take that shit down just because motherfuckers is bitching. That was some whole shit.
Took it down, cut the parts out, and put it back up. Go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry.
It's the equivalent of 10 years ago at WrestleMania 30 when we had Batista show up to face fucking Randy Orton. And everyone's like, I don't fucking want this. Fuck off. Give me Daniel Bryan. It's the same fucking concept.
Yeah, and that one,
same concept.
And that one was, with the yes move and all of that, I would say the difference is that the Batista Randy thing was the plan. They saw it, but this is Dwayne.
But even then, you still have to factor in. It's kind of weird when you think about it because that was when CM Punk left. Because we were supposed to have CM Punk versus Triple H.
Yep, and he left.
And he fucking left. And then fast forward 10 years later, you got CM Punk who's supposed to face Seth Rollins. That motherfucker gets injured.
Yeah, and the difference with this is we're going to talk about the whole weekend. Daniel Bryan shit was not moving mountains like this. Oh no, the yes movement did not garner the news of TMZ, ABC, Fox, Sports Center, and Cody Rhodes was the number one trend in the world for 3 days straight.
Yeah,
but the situation's not. Jacob has a point. They're similar, but it's not the same because Daniel Bryan didn't win the Royal Rumble.
Correct.
Right.
Daniel Bryan didn't win the Royal Rumble, and Batista did win that Royal Rumble. And weren't they booing him after he won the Royal Rumble?
But they were booing.
Was it the Monday after?
Yeah, no, they were booing him. But because of that Rumble, because one, like we talked about last time on this road, Daniel Bryan got eliminated like the first 3. He was out early. So crowd already turned on it. Rey Mysterio came out number 30. He was getting booed.
No, that's 15. This is 2014.
Well, no, Rey came out 30 at 14.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the Philly one, right? Yeah, Roman didn't win that one.
No, because Roman won. That was for WrestleMania 31.
Yes.
So then the one Batista won, which Daniel, so that was for WrestleMania 30.
Gotcha.
But everything went to shit, man. Like Jacob said, but this was a whole new breed because I think they truly underestimated how many people act like, one, fuck with Cody Rhodes, and two, just saw the bullshit happen. Justin, you do the NFL pods. It was a great analogy. This came from fucking I don't know if it was Nick Wright, someone from actually one of the big sports shows. It's like the Kansas City Chiefs won the AFC Championship game against the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl, but then they decide because Tom Brady unretires. You know what, Tom? We're not going to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to give your opportunity. You're back. We're going to give this to you, Tom, and you and the Patriots can go. And Triple H has been a logical booker. You know that makes no fucking sense.
It makes no sense, but I hate analogies like that comparing wrestling to fucking real sports like that. That shit would never happen in the NFL though.
I don't know, but then the way I explained it to someone at work is that if you've worked so hard to get a promotion and someone from 25 years ago comes and takes your spot, you're gonna be pissed. And the coworkers who ride with you are going to be pissed.
I think the overall thing is like you win the Royal Rumble, which is what WWE has been doing since the goddamn 80s. You win the Royal Rumble, you get the title shot in the main event. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody Rhodes coming out there and giving that shit up to give it to the fucking Rock was stupid as fuck. It was just that simple.
And to go to Byron's thing, he's been saying for years, Cody Rhodes, since coming back, has worked every show. Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He does all the promotions. He does all this shit. And you have been searching for the next John Cena, babyface wise. Roman wasn't it as the babyface. No.
Mm-hmm.
And you finally have it. And before we get to Thursday, we're still on that Friday night, you killed it. Because then everyone's like, you just made your top babyface look like a fucking idiot. Why would we ever believe him ever again?
Right. Like, as a top babyface or as a Royal Rumble winner, why would you give that shit up? Like, so many people work hard to win the Royal Rumble. Why would you give that up?
And you already know them. And they came out too when everyone was shocked when it happened. The full-time boys in the back weren't happy.
Mm-mm.
That whole sequence buried the Royal Rumble. Just how you said. That's how you said
Yes.
Roman buried the World Heavyweight title. That shit on 2 weeks ago buried the whole Royal Rumble. Like why even do the whole 30 man men's Royal Rumble if we gonna do it like this?
Thank you.
It certainly has Ronda Rousey vibes when she showed up after Asuka won. It has that same vibe to me.
Yeah.
So then you get to Saturday. It's still hell. We want Cody, still the number one trend. Everyone's coming out with the stuff. All this stuff's coming out. Talking about the plan's going to be Roman, Rock, and then Cody, Seth, night one. And then it's like, why would you want to see Cody, Seth? I know your Byron point, your thing, but it's like, we saw them go at it 3 straight times 2 years ago. And one was at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still trying. All the news stations, like I've already said, they're starting to pick it up. Everyone's talking about it. The Monday and leading up to Raw, that was the first thing opening on Pat McAfee's show. Like they're asking people. They asked George Kittle about it at the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad. And you want to talk about ho shit? The Rock waited until like 3 a.m. to post the tweet about the thing that happened Friday. Is like, oh, the electricity. I respect Cody. Blah blah blah. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Justin got ratioed. The Rock got ratioed on Twitter, and he had to edit his tweet and try again, and got ratioed again.
Yeah, motherfuckers weren't fucking with him. They were not fucking with him after that. This misuse of power. Nigga was power hungry and misused it on some Vince McMahon shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Justin, because Jacob, when this all happened, I'm like, am I really watching Vince McMahon 2.0 all over again?
I'm weak.
It certainly felt like it. It definitely felt like some Vince shit. No pun intended. But
go ahead, Jacob.
I mean, dude, it's extreme. It was extremely fucked. It was nothing booking wise made any fucking sense. Nothing.
I mean, like Justin said, the whole Royal Rumble, you shit on the Royal Rumble. CM Punk, after he got hurt, said, go finish your story. Cena's endorsed him. Orton's endorsed him. Technically, because he may never come back, Cody Rhodes was Brock Lesnar's last match. And he endorsed him. You have everyone saying, crown him. This is the time. And then you said it back. Because let's just be honest. If The Rock, before we get to the Thursday thing, if Rock and Roman happen for the title, okay. If Rock really used his power and won the title, it'd be worse than Roman.
Oh,
We
100%.
don't see Roman now. Imagine if Dwayne was champ. Justin, what's the next time we see Dwayne if he actually pulls the shit off and wins the belt?
No, we'll never see that nigga, bro.
Dude, Roman would
We'll never see him. Didn't Brock win the title and hold that shit for a year and never showed up?
You mean when he ended? You mean 11 years ago when he ended CM Punk's 434
Day reign.
Yeah, that.
30 reign and was barely ever there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He was the
No,
he was the
that's
start.
exactly what happened again.
He was the start. I think we were talking about it like who. I think it was us, Justin. Like who started? He was the one.
Yeah,
The first
definitely.
part-timer.
Mm-hmm.
Part-time
never
champion.
Yeah,
Remember in
part-time champion.
WrestleMania 28, like when Cena and Rock had the year-long feud, Cena had to build that shit mostly by himself because Rock was barely there.
Yep.
At least Brock Lesnar, when he was doing that shit, he'll show up quarterly.
Yeah, he would.
That's true. He would show up for the big four pay-per-views.
It's wild saying 2015 Brock was showing up more than Roman.
I'm just talking shit. I don't know about all that.
Oh,
But
bro,
it was definitely quarterly.
Roman Reigns didn't even wrestle at Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar was wrestling on Great Balls of Fire.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, that's bad.
Shout
And he
out
did
Smoke.
do Survivor Series when he was doing the champion versus champion stuff because he had that great match against AJ and that great match against Dan Bryan.
Yeah, Brock was
back
out
years.
there. Brock was out there.
Great Balls of Fire was fire. I remember that Samoa Joe match.
Should
That
have
shit,
had Joe win.
that shit had no business being that good either.
Because then it's like, so then on that case, so then who the hell is going to beat The Rock if he won? And then if Roman would have won, it's like we're back to square one. But now we've talked about it for almost 4 years. There's truly no baby face left.
No, that would not have been. Well, you have to. I would say someone from NXT, but I don't know
No.
who would.
Jacob's like, no, we're not wasting time.
Yeah.
Jacob's like,
Oh.
no.
I love Ilya Dragunov, but that some bitch ain't beating fucking Roman. Get the fuck out of here.
Roman Reigns needs a break
Roman.
anyway. As champion, because he gets plenty of breaks. But as champion, he needs a break.
You know what? I'll go ahead and say it. Fuck it. You're partially right, Byron. There is someone from NXT who can fucking beat goddamn Roman Reigns. Aaron Corbin. That's
Baron
dude.
Corbin.
The last guy to pin him in a singles match in 2019.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Lone Wolf.
So then it's Sunday. Everyone's still picking up. WWE starting to notice, like, we're just like, they can't do this. All of us in the group messages, we're just like, there's no way they can do this. Like, this press is bad.
Bro, you were pissed in the fucking group chats.
Oh, absolutely.
You were so pissed off in the group chats.
Oh, absolutely. I'm still am because it's bullshit. Because he's done nothing wrong. And just to give up his spot because someone just gets on the fucking board.
Yeah.
For the shit we talk about part-timers on this podcast, we finally have a full-time person who's ready to take the reins, no pun intended, and then he gets screwed. And then you think we're going to wait a whole other year for WrestleMania 41? Because let's just keep it a buck. If they would have wrestled at 40 and Dwayne's still on the board, they would have got a rematch of 41.
Facts.
In California, they would have got a rematch of 41.
So then we had to wait the 42.
Not if they go 1-1. You know Dwayne do a trilogy with his cousin.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
All day.
Shit, so 43. We would have to wait. Damn. Ugh.
Like Byron,
That just sounds painful.
One of your most heated moments, it was when Charlotte unnecessarily took that women's title and that became a triple threat and it killed the whole women's division at that WrestleMania.
Yep, killed the whole SmackDown women's division because Vince McMahon didn't feel like Becky and Ronda could put on a
This
good
would have been worse.
match. So then they had Ronda, me and Charlotte, win this SmackDown women's title from Asuka so they can make it a triple threat match and unify the belts. And oh my God.
See?
But Charlotte needed this.
No.
Let me cry in the back. I needed this.
Sometimes they just, and then you see people, man, it was just, yeah, I was really mad just for the fact it's like, Dwayne was talking all this shit. Like, bro, one, you haven't been around it. You have not been back. You haven't wrestled in 12 years.
Mhm.
What the fuck are we doing? You think you're just gonna pop up and you're gonna be the main event of WrestleMania? And everyone here knows the main event is supposed to be 20, 30-minute match. Dwayne was not going to wrestle no 20 fucking minutes.
No.
Maybe 15? Maybe?
Maybe.
If it was a singles match, absolutely fucking not. You'd
Well,
have
yeah.
to make a fucking triple threat.
And then for the shit too, that's like, we saw your commercial. That football league starts 2 weeks before WrestleMania. Moana 2 is coming out this year, so we know you really ain't about to be here because you got to go promote that fucking movie. The live action Moana is next year, so we know if you won that belt, we really weren't going to see your ass.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Bro, it was
That
just
nigga knew what he had on his plate.
Bro, it's just the fact that was really getting me pissed off because everyone's riding for Cody. And I actually really do ride for Cody because I'm on Team Byron now. It's time for the full times to get this fucking belts back. But
Thank you.
it's the fact that people start seeing the light. I've been saying for fucking years. It's the fact that CM Punk's promo is going to be true forever because that part where he's like, the fact that Dwayne's in the main event of WrestleMania and I'm not makes me sick. Now it applied here. It applied for Punk in 2013 because people don't know that 2013 main event, WrestleMania 29, was supposed to be Cena and Punk. And everyone already knows the matches they've had. They had match of the year. They've had multiple 4 or 5-star matches. But then Rock's like, you know what? I actually want to come back. And how can we make me and Cena's thing better? If I end Punk's reign and get the title. That was a Dwayne thing. So people saw that. For people who watch Fast and Furious, he left, was crying like a little bitch about Vin Diesel that. But then when he went behind DC's back and Black Adam failed, what did he do? He cried and went back to Vin. Now he's come back here. He's on this little apology tour. I'm just saying, man. And now people have gotten to the point where they're like, oh, yeah, it's no debate. Stone Cold's better than him. Cena's better than him because now people see the light. When Cena comes back, that boy comes back to lose to people if he didn't want to lose to. He wouldn't have to. And that's facts. If Cena wanted to be a 17, 20-time champ, he could have done it by now.
Yeah. Lost a LA Knight in WrestleMania last year and then lost a solo.
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory.
He put over LA Knight during this thing.
Yeah.
And then he got his ass whooped by Solo.
Hasn't been seen since.
Puts people over. I'm just saying, when I saw that, I was like, people are coming to light now. That was what really was starting to get me pissed. I was like, oh, it took Cody getting fucked over for y'all to finally see the light. I was like, Cena tried to tell y'all in 2012, man, Dwayne's an egotistical son of a bitch and wouldn't give a shit if the place closed its doors or not. He tried to tell y'all. I'm just saying.
Cena's promos are aging like fine wine.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're aging like fucking fine goddamn wine.
And I know Corbin's all, I apologize. And I was like, nah, we're not apologizing. So then the first person on the roster to do the We Want Cody was someone I did not expect. It was Logan Paul. And that takes balls, man, because he's on the active roster.
And the active champ.
And an active champ. On SmackDown.
Yep.
Yeah, he just agreed with the whole Twitter mob, man. They ain't take no damn courage.
Justin, when's the last time you saw anyone on WWE say something and then not get fired?
What?
Last time people talked out of pocket for a champion, they were getting their asses fired.
When?
Yeah, we had a whole fucking.
I got a prime example.
We had a whole episode. Go ahead.
Peyton Royce. Her mom spoke out against Charlotte. Peyton Royce got fired.
The next day. Don't act, Justin. You talking shit about your boss?
Man, y'all said he was training for 3 goddamn days, and active roster niggas that aren't going to say nothing. Come on now.
Logan said it on the Friday.
Yeah,
hey,
like that 11 o'clock that night.
You just hopped in on the mob, man.
You do have to give it to Logan, but at the same time, you also have to look at it objectively. And Logan doesn't need the WWE.
That is true.
What are they going to do? Fire him? He don't give a shit. He might as well be a fucking billionaire at this point.
Well, there's one person who needed the
easy now, Jacob.
Well, there's one person who needs the WWE.
I don't know how much money it's fucking worth. I just know that Prime's in fucking everywhere. That's all I know.
Here's another person who said it: Ricochet, and his ass needs the WWE.
Yeah.
Ricochet saying that takes courage because he will get fired.
Like, and then obviously, like the other wrestling promotions, people saying, I saw Matt Cardona talking all about. So you get to Monday on Raw. Everyone's on the edge of their seats. What's about to happen? Seth comes out first. He's talking. You see the "We Want Cody" signs across the arena. There's a sweet picture of Cody coming out looking at those signs. And what WWE did not expect, the crowd said, fuck this. They said they were chanting Rocky sucks the whole time. And
sometimes hijacking wrestling shows is best for business. I'll just call it. Sometimes it is fucking best for goddamn business.
And TKO admitted, they're like, oh, we didn't see this. And then it was reported after that Monday, Triple H said, yeah, this shit ain't gonna cut it. Nah, I ain't doing this. And he went to Triple H was the one who's like, yeah, we got to change this shit.
Trend got so powerful that they had NXT Vengeance Day that Sunday night, but before that Monday night. And every time Rock's daughter was on TV, they literally booed her. Not because of what she was doing, because of her dad.
They booed the Titantron every time they showed that Las Vegas picture the whole time. And the boos got bad. Like, if you're not on wrestling like Twitter, you would they cut some of the "We Want the Rocky Suck" chants out. So you couldn't hear them.
That means those motherfuckers were loud.
Yeah.
That means they were loud. They were taking that motherfucker over.
And Michael Cole, genius as he is, he's like, damn, what is this, 1996? Like, even Seth said, I didn't expect this. Like, so then you get to Thursday, you have the Vegas thing. We're all like, all right, we're about to see what's going to happen. Seth comes out first.
Oh, hold on. We have to talk before we talk about the actual Vegas show. We need to talk about the fucking Pat McAfee show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with Dwayne.
We got to talk about that chapter of this fucking story.
Oh, how he was magically on the show. Oh yeah, he was there. He was. They were asking Cody Crybabies. Cody.
As soon as I seen that shit, I'm like, Rock's going fucking full heel right now.
They had no choice.
It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. I'm shoving chicken nuggets up my ass, and I'm fucking pissed off. And I'm like, fuck this guy. But I'm like, damn, we're getting like at least Rock's like acknowledging that the people are pissed off. And fuck it. If they're going to be pissed off, he's going to pull his 1996 and fucking go full blown fucking heel. I'll give the Rock credit on that.
But you got to think, well, yeah, I agree. I would still more give to Triple H because he's the one who's like, yeah, we got to change the shit. But just think about that. Rock has to go heel. Dwayne in 2024, he has to be a heel because the crowd was not fucking going.
Right.
Yeah.
The man has to go promote Moana in 2 weeks. He had to go. And Becky Lynch in her promo was even talking about telling, like, yeah, I had to tell my daughter, I had to explain to my daughter why her dad wants to beat up Maui. You're right. He started going crazy, like, because he's like, oh, we're always listening. We're like, all right. He's just like, come to Vegas. So we go to Vegas. Seth comes out first. Roman comes out. Seth is like, damn, you showed up to work today. Roman's like, you're wearing your wife's shoes, whatever. And then Roman's like, you know what? Cody doesn't get this choice anymore. I'm deciding who I fight. We're like, oh, here it comes. Dwayne comes out. He does a beautiful family tree, by the way. That family tree looked really good. Had all the people on there. I'm just saying. And then he's like, oh.
W. Daniel Garcia.
Cody comes out, and I didn't expect those words to come out of his mouth. Cody's like, oh, no, this is bullshit. And then he goes into his promo. The line where he's like, what would this match even be for? The head of the table? What's the point when none of you have even been cooking for 2 years? And we were just like, well.
Dude, that was such a goddamn fire fucking line. That was so fucking good.
Well. And then Cody's, says, something about Roman's little family. Rock says, you talk about his family, my family, blah, blah, blah. He smacks Cody. Seth gets into it. Triple H pushes Cody back. Cody gets escorted out. Then Seth, who he's great, and by the way, again, every time I say it, that was Justin said Seth was going to be something all the way back, and he has been. Seth was like, hey, just because you're on that fucking board doesn't mean you get to do whatever the fuck you want.
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh, that ain't Seth, that's Kobe. That's Kobe.
They're on that stage shooting.
Yes, sir, they
Yes.
were. They started, when he said that, I was like,
You gotta fucking give it to Seth because Seth came out, did his little promo, had his thing with Roman, and then he's just standing there. And then Cody comes on, he basically becomes like the fucking, oh yeah, Seth's still there on the stage. What the fuck's he doing? And he was just quiet, didn't say shit. But god damn, when he fucking spoke, dude, spitting fire. He's spitting facts, and you gotta give it to him. The time he got on that microphone was chef's kiss fucking perfection.
And then Roman tried to say something. He told Roman, I'll whoop your ass any day of the week. I've been doing that for 10 years. I was like, hey, yo. I was like, see, obviously Seth has this gimmick with joking around and stuff, but when he acts like that, you're like, God damn, that's a world champion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When he wants to be serious, he can be serious.
Like, then you have Roman and Rock walking in the back. Triple H is talking, I think, to Kathy Kelly. And then Rock is like, fix it. Triple H is like, you went out of line. He's like, no, he went out of line. He was talking about our family. He's like, if you don't fix it, we will. Before I knock his fucking teeth out. I was like, excuse me? I just want to talk about, man, like, Roman Reigns, every time, Justin, the final boss, when he's on screen, final boss, the aura. Bro, when he's next to Dwayne, he does not have that aura.
No, but he can't run his mouth like The Rock can. If there's one thing The Rock can fucking do, he can run his goddamn yap, and that is what he is good for.
But just seeing them walk side by side, you're just like, is that really Roman?
And The Rock does a lot more steroids.
Because it's like, damn, it's like when Roman and Rock were walking out, Rock was Roman and Roman was Jimmy.
Yeah. Facts.
Did not argue that.
Like, it was just what I'm like, bro, I have not sat here for 4 years for the final boss just to become a freaking henchman in 40 minutes. So then it gets announced, Cody Roman, part 2. Triple H comes out on Friday, and he just straight up says, no, all the decisions come through me. Rock has no authority, any of that. And then Rock and Roman are supposed to be on this Friday. So, obviously, the first weekend when all this shit happened, they did not plan it was going to go to hell. After that weekend, they saw everything went to hell. They pivoted. They had no choice. Where do they go from here? Because there's a lot of different rumors out here. There's a rumor that it's going to be Seth and Cody versus Rock and Dwayne night 1. There's the triple threat with Rock, Roman, and Cody. Like, where do we go from here? Justin, I know you're big on the triple threat one.
I think that's what happens tonight too. Rock, Roman, Cody. I know he unjustly inserted himself in it, but I know this nigga just ain't gonna sit at home. He's gonna be in that match.
Yeah.
He's gonna be wrestling for the WWE title. Like, he's gonna be in that match. And I said this shit on Friday because I was like, "There's no way Cody ain't gonna be in that match either." So yeah, I think we're going to get a triple threat match night 2, and that tag team match having Seth and
Cody.
Roman wrestle 2 nights in a row is ridiculous. That's not a good idea, especially with Seth Rollins nursing a knee injury right now.
Jacob.
The way I would want to see it is I want to take a page out of New Japan's book. If you have to have the fucking Rock in this bullshit, I want to see night 1. I want to see Roman versus Rock. I want the winner to face Cody, just like they did with Okada and Naito years ago at WrestleMania. That's what I want to see. If you're going to do it, that makes the most sense to me.
Byron?
I like Jacob's idea. I don't think they're going to do a tag team night one and then have Seth and Cody and Roman fight again night two. I can see a triple threat. I personally don't want a triple threat because I would just want Cody to get his look back on a singles match, but I can see them doing a triple threat to appease Rock's ego.
If they were going to do the,
Yeah.
I know, fuck him. But if there was going to be if there was going to be a tag team, the perfect spot to do it would have been the Elimination Chamber. But Rock ain't going to Australia.
Rock's not going, and Seth is still technically hurt.
But they just announced Seth and Cody will be at the show. They're going to be on the Grayson Waller show.
Yeah, but I don't think
Something's getting announced then.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know, man. Like, we'll see what Dwayne says on Friday. Him coming out. Because now with like Cody, let's just say if it is Cody and Roman, just them, but Rock's going to be inserted somehow. Cody is going to need some fucking help, or he's just going to lose again.
Didn't Seth Rollins say on Monday that he the help?
He said he'd be the Shield. He did.
Yeah.
But Justin, that ain't enough to go against Dwayne, Jimmy, and Solo.
Man, I feel like in this next.
Jay,
I feel like in this next month and a half, Cody's going to assemble a crew of niggas. He going to figure some shit out. Shit, he should get the hurt business with the Street Profits, if you ask me.
True.
That's just me talking shit, but that would be hard. Recruit people, pay people, something.
I do agree with you, Justin. He's going to need help, or like Drew McIntyre said, who's doing phenomenal work by it. We already know the finish. Cody's going to get close to winning. Going to get Samoan spiked, get speared, bounce off the rope, spear, game over.
Yeah.
He needs help. You're right. Like, Seth ain't going to be enough.
Dodges a spear. Rock gets speared instead. Cody hits a crossroads 1, 2, 3. You heard it here first.
That'd be, hey, whenever
That's your
Roman,
ending. If you have a triple threat, that's your fucking ending.
whenever
Mark it.
Roman
Make a
loses,
Story.
No. Roman got to take that pin now.
yeah, hey.
Roman got to take that pin. Roman got to take that pin. The Rock is fine and dandy. He can be in the match because he wants to be in it so bad. But no, Roman Reigns got to take that pin. He got to lose the bitch now.
I never said Roman doesn't take the pin. I say Rock gets fucking hits with a spear, gets taken out.
Oh, and then Crossroads.
Cody hits Crossroads on Roman.
I got you.
Well, now, what
Sorry
I've
if
seen
I'm-
too is that if Cody does pin Roman, Rock's going to look at Roman in disgust, and he's going to kick Roman out the bloodline.
And then you got your next feud whenever The Rock decides to come back.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if they could go back babyface Roman, bro. Like Cody said, it didn't work for 8 years.
Well, he has a new layer to his character as the tribal chief. He ain't going to go back to rah, sucker and succotash Roman Reigns now. Come on now. That's not how this shit works.
Just think about it, Justin. Suffering succotash was not even the most disliked video. Now it's this one that just happened.
That is something.
Just think about all the terrible wrestling shit we've seen. And this video is the most disliked ever.
Yeah.
Shows you the power of Cody Rhodes as a babyface.
It's just the worst writing that you could ever think of.
Yeah.
It's just the worst. After you said that they were proposing this shit a week before the Rumble, they don't have Cody win the Rumble. Like,
But Justin, Dwayne had his own creative team that wasn't talking to Triple H.
well, that's the problem. It need to be a collaborative effort if you want to have your own fucking creative, Dwayne Johnson.
Oh my gosh, it was. I ain't never seen that before, though, man. A part-timer bringing in his own crew to say fuck the writers.
You just say he's getting royalties for the rest of time now. That's a different. That's a different part. That's not even a part. This is the real Vince McMahon right now. For being real, I mean this nigga damn near owner of the company, running shit.
The last time we did see this was when Vince came back after that little hiatus and brought his own little team and fired people.
I'm telling you, bro. Rock learned a lot from Vince, and it was just wild. I'm like, ain't Triple H, like, aren't y'all cool? Like, the boy's been putting in work. He's been rehiring people. He's the one making these storylines that are getting the full-time talent a lot of money because they're selling out every show. They're breaking every record. Like, no Rock, Roman, Cody on that last SmackDown. It was the main event where the women, they got 2-point-something million people. With the women being the featured.
It's a lot of goddamn viewers in the year 2024.
On a Friday with no Rock, no Cody, no Roman. Bailey and them were the center, and they got 2-point-something million, bro. Like, we've talked about it. They are in a golden era right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they're about to mess it up.
Oh, bro, some people are like, some people are, man. And I know, Justin, you talked about because obviously it's more casual thing. It's not like the Super Bowl casual. They're so hardcore people, but I was really nervous, man. Because if they would have went Rock, Roman, that in Philadelphia, that was the other thing. You just had to do this shit in Philadelphia.
I think the WrestleMania crowd, like I said, the real hardcores are there that night after Mania. But I think at a football stadium, there's going to be so many just casual wrestling fans who are just happy to see The Rock. I don't think it would have been as bad as you're thinking it was going to be. That's just all I was trying to say.
I just know that city, man. I know that city.
Oh yeah, those motherfuckers suck now. that is a terrible group of fans in Philadelphia. Any sport, Eagles fans, Phillies fans, shit, the Sixers fans, like shit. When wrestling comes to Philly, yeah, that shit. Those are just some pissed off people.
And then the Raw before WrestleMania is in Chicago. Hey, you would have had some booze for the whole week.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy, but we're gonna find out in these next couple of weeks what they do. Because I'm starting to think that Cody's actually not even gonna win. That's where I'm starting to get in my head. Because this Rock shit's changed things.
Nah, I think that would be a bad move. You can't have Roman Reigns, the heel, closing out the show for what will be the 4th straight WrestleMania now.
Mm-hmm. He's tied for the most main event WrestleManias of all time right now.
Yeah, I knew that, but like,
so next year he'll break the record.
Yeah, because he did main event 2020. He won it in October 2020. He's been at every WrestleMania since the main event. Like WrestleMania, the show where the babyface triumphs typically. Mm-hmm. So 4 straight of this nigga Roman Reigns winning. Yeah, like it's Cody's time. It's Cody's time. I don't care who's in the match. It does need to be Cody Rhodes at this point.
Well, shoot, Justin, half his WrestleMania seed was the triumphing babyface, and the crowd was booing. Well, now WrestleMania 31, he lost that because of Seth Rollins cash-in. 32, babyface beat Triple H because everyone was hurt. 33 was Undertaker beat him.
Everyone's pissed the night after.
34, babyface lost to Brock Lesnar.
Trash.
That match was him and Brock Lesnar WrestleMania was terrible.
That whole WrestleMania was trash.
34 was it was bad. It was not good. But 35, he did not main event because he just came back from cancer.
Yeah, cancer.
So, and then 36, 37, 38, 39, all tribal chief.
And now 40.
Yeah, it's not the same as when like Hulk Hogan had his reign there, because that was a baby face and motherfuckers love that racist motherfucker. But I can't think of a heel coming into WrestleMania and winning 4 straight times in the main event. I cannot think of it. And if I go back and look, I'm certain this never happened.
Jacob, man, what are your thoughts, man? Like this Roman run, we come on every year that first Tuesday after WrestleMania. Ever since the L7C's been created, who's gonna beat Roman? Like it's a month and a half away, man.
Dude, I'm still sticking with fucking Cody, man. This shit's fucking wild. I mean, this whole thing with the Rock thing, it fucking sucks. But the amount of attention the WWE has got, is even bad publicity, still publicity.
Yeah, because they wanted to get people away from Vince, and then they're like, now we're not mad at Vince, but fuck The Rock. Like,
Yeah, they're not gonna vote over here, and everyone's like, "Oh, fuck him." But I mean, fuck, dude, you gotta give him credit, man. There's a lot of fucking interaction, a lot of shit. That T-Mobile Arena when they had the kickoff show for Mania, dude, that had some goddamn UFC big fucking fight feel to it. I wish they would do that every fucking year from here on out because that shit was fucking awesome.
Well, they might now because they fired Kevin Dunn.
They used to do that shit. I remember WrestleMania 14 they had a press conference in Chicago, I believe.
Probably because Kevin Dunn wasn't fucking. Kevin Dunn sucks.
He was definitely there.
Dunn sucks.
Like,
But I do want to say all the buzz this bad decision got, and then like all the new eyes on it. They got these motherfucking ass clowns on tour thinking this shit was part of the plan.
I'll
tell you right now, that shit was not a part of the fucking plan. They were about to fuck Cody over, and The Rock was going to be in the main event and not him. Like,
and he was gonna
that
win.
shit was not part of the plan. That nigga being, yeah, and the way it sounded, looked like he was going to win. Cody being put back in his match, taking his guaranteed title shot and using it at WrestleMania was not a part of the plan when they announced that shit 2 weeks ago on Friday.
Yeah. Because people are like, oh, this was no.
I mean, at the same time, like, God damn it, I fucking love wrestling because when they know they like really, really, really fucked up, they can change shit on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to give it to fucking wrestling. You don't see this in any other fucking sport
or any television show.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the most unique entertainment out there because it's like if you're into the wrestling, you are in it. Like you know the athletic stuff and all the stuff, you know the storylines, and when your person gets screwed, not because of story purposes, because of real life politics, you get pissed.
Oh, 100. Absolutely. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt.
And Justin, you said it earlier. Now, if Vince was still here, this shit was not getting changed.
No, oh no, oh no, because he takes his fucks up and he rolls with it. He does not care. He does not care. I still don't know how the hell Daniel Bryan main evented WrestleMania 30. He had to work twice there in that day. That's probably the only reason why. But yeah, if Mr. McMahon was still around, that shit would have not gotten changed, or it would have been a clunkier one where they were trying to make the flip way too late, right before the show or something.
And CM Punk, man, he was telling those fans, he's like, "Damn, where were y'all at in 2013? I needed y'all."
That was so funny when he said that. It's such a valid point.
I just love how the public perception of CM Punk changed so much.
Oh, yes.
Once this nigga came back to WWE, it's just a hero coming home.
Yeah.
I still did not forget what he did in AEW now. And AEW hasn't been the same since. He ruined that shit.
That is facts.
I will not forget that shit. I still, man, you ruined a good thing, CM Punk. If AEW goes under, I'm gonna blame you first, and then the EVPs, and then Tony Khan. But you had a hand in that shit, CM Punk.
Justin, you are 100% right because it's the fact when he came back in Chicago, and then every crowd goes crazy. He gets to the Rumble Final 2, he gets hurt. Brian tells Cody to finish the story. Then at this press conference, when he's back and Cody's like, "Did The Rock throw me over to win the Rumble?" No, Cody did. And then he's like, "Cody should have whooped his ass."
I'm telling you,
dude, his like little fucking cut on AEW. I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this fucking guy.
Right, he said he should have punched him in the face.
Go off the rails and punch people in the face. It's like, oh fuck, this goddamn guy.
Like if that was my employer, I would have punched him in the face. He's like, damn.
Justin, you're 100% right. I really haven't thought like. Bro, it only took 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, once WrestleMania is over and we got some dead time, we want to examine CM Punk and how the hell he went from the number one hated man in wrestling for, tearing the company down to be one of the most beloved in a 3 months fucking span. Like,
bro, we have so much CM Punk episodes.
Dude, we have so many CM Punk
with that one too because we don't have the hero Punk.
Yeah,
Last
no,
time we
like-
talked about Punk, it's like
A
when
fall of
he,
Punk.
when he got fired. Like we'll have a whole playlist on YouTube, the L7C podcast, the CM Punk story. Like we have it all. Because Justin, you're right. We're gonna have to talk about it. How this man's
Yeah.
become a hero. Because
That-
Lord and behold, he's probably gonna be the main event of SummerSlam if he's back.
Toward tricep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll probably be. He'll be back around that time. Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Triple H
If
can you
everything
freaking
goes well.
confirm that SummerSlam's in Cleveland so we can plan accordingly.
Oh,
Right.
Because the L7C will be there.
let's talk about something else. We haven't
I
talked
don't know.
about.
Justin got me hyped about AEW now because those motherfuckers really haven't been the same since he left.
Well, don't worry. Tony Khan's got a special announcement on Wednesday. Just sit tight.
Oh.
And
Probably already happened.
That is true. It's 10 o'clock.
Um,
Probably already happened. I mean, it's that he signed. They signed Mercedes and whatever. I mean, that's what everyone thinks it is.
Dude.
they have that special show in Boston.
is this Drew McIntyre's time? Because I feel like
Yes,
he is
it's
now.
time.
Yes.
Fucking time.
It's time. It's time. It is
Yeah, they
time.
need to
It's
put the
time.
strap on him. Because he was doing great heel work. Like after CM Punk came out after the Royal Rumble saying, "Oh, I'm injured." The way Drew came out and said, "Man, I really pray for you to get injured," and he's just been doing excellent heel work ever since then, and it's been amazing each week. Every time he gets on the mic, now he has a shirt with CM Punk's.
It's the meme. It's the
Time.
great
Yeah,
meme.
the meme from Arrow where
It's time. No, I agree.
Yeah,
If he doesn't win this time, first he has to get in the match. Which, by the way, the new rumor is there's going to be a triple threat. They got Seth, Drew, and Sami Zayn.
Ooh.
Well, I know they're not going to do 2 triple threat matches.
So
now,
someone get fucked.
So, yeah. And I don't think it's going to be The Rock either. So yeah, that's a new one. That's making me rethink some shit.
I will say something I think is a goddamn travesty, though. I feel so bad for fucking Bronson Reed because, goddamn it, they finally have a fucking Australian
oh yeah.
live
can't
event. The
wrestle there.
motherfucker is not going to be on it. This
Yeah.
poor bastard. Come on. Bobby Lashley didn't need that fucking win that bad. He wasn't going to do anything with it anyways.
I felt like
Bronson Reed,
Rhea
too.
should main event it because that's her home country, but she ain't
She
main
should.
event that shit.
Right.
No, it'd probably be the women's elimination.
It
chamber.
probably will be the women's chamber match. So then you could have Rhea come out and face whoever wins face to face.
Stare down.
Which that women's chamber match, I mean, the 3 are already in it. Bianca, Becky, and Liv.
Yeah.
I don't know who won in that shit.
Is
That's only
Jade
3 of
in
them.
on it?
We don't know
No, they
yet.
still have 3 more spots to fill. So I think they have a qualifying match on this Friday and then like a women's battle royal on Raw to fill the.
Or the 2 qualifying
two
matches.
spots.
I'll tell you right now who's going to be in that match.
I have.
I think one has
WWE.com.
Naomi and one has Tiffany. I think both of them are going to win.
There you go.
And then there'd be 1 spot left.
Yeah, so I think the battle royal on Raw on Monday will be to fill the last spot.
Yeah. But yeah, Tiffany and Naomi I think they're going to be in. Hey, if Tiffany does that moonsault on top of that pod,
Oh,
hey,
that would be.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know that's happening.
bro, she about to go. I don't know who won that shit. I really don't.
When she did the Swanton Bomb at the Royal Rumble, motherfuckers were getting ready to say, "Oh, no, only Jeff Hardy can do the Swanton Bomb." And then when they saw her do that shit, they were like, "Oh no, that shit was perfect. Nah, she can do it. It's a Swanton."
So far, AEW announced March 3rd, Greensboro, North Carolina, AEW World Tag Titles, Tornado Tag Match, Sting and Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks. This is Sting's last match as he and Darby Allin seek revenge and defend the titles against the Elite.
Hey, and you know what? Shout out to AEW because they sold that motherfucker out in a couple minutes.
And
That's finally some good fucking news out of AEW.
yeah, no,
We need them to be good. Like
that's
them
the thing. We do
them
need
being
them to
ass
be
is
good.
not good for the business. Like
No,
Mm-mm.
it's
we need
not.
them to succeed.
Where's Jump Man? I can't believe Jungle Boy and CM Punk's fight changed the course of wrestling forever. This man, Justin, said, I can't forgive you. Justin, you sound like the Drew McIntyre, how he can't forgive Jay Uso. Because he remembers all the shit Jay cost him the title.
Man, that is fine, but I'm not, because that shit was not that long ago. Like, it wasn't. It was not long ago at all. Like, hasn't been a year yet. Like, nah, like, fuck that shit. You need to actually do some shit in WWE before you fucking become the hero.
Hey, as soon as they had him back in Chicago, that was the start of his rise to hero-dom.
Yeah, because Tony Khan did put a non-compete clause or whatever on him. The contract.
You think he was,
so he could perfectly come back in Chicago, coincidentally.
Mm-hmm.
That's just bad business.
All right. Anything else, guys?
No.
All right. Well, we'll be following the Cody Rock Roman story. It's going to be a great ride. And then next time unless someone gets fucked over again, next time we will be back. We'll be the WrestleMania preview. Hopefully. Yeah. But every time we get off the wrestling podcast, something happens. But with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. A lot of great discussion on this Cody situation. And Justin already giving us an idea for once WrestleMania is over to then have the Hero Punk pod, because I'm definitely writing that one down for future podcasts. With that being said, L7C podcast signing out. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.